Land of myths and legends, the United Kingdom is a highly spiritual land that traces its history back to the ancient Celts, the Saxons and the Normans. Made up of England, Wales, Scotland and Northern Ireland, the United Kingdom is a political entity today that is home to a modern and cosmopolitan population that comes from all over the globe. Encompassing the historical and vibrant city of London and the lush, gentle terrain of the south to the more rugged highlands of Scotland in the north and the emerald green of Northern Ireland, the United Kingdom continues today to be a land of magic and enchantment. British citizens are beloved for their humour, polite manners and diplomatic spirit. As a people, they are recognized for their initiative in discovery, exploration and in scientific pursuits. The English language has enriched the world's chorus with a wide variety of expression and a wealth of literature. The language of these small isles has spread throughout the globe and become an international vehicle of communication. The British today have the same longing and passion for the truth as did the Knights of the Round Table in search of the Holy Grail. In ancient times, this thirst moved truth seekers to undertake pilgrimages and seek the wisdom of Druid elders. The same spirit moves the truth seekers of today to search out the adepts of our age. Thus, with sincerity, they invited Supreme Master Chinghai to share her words of wisdom. She has accepted the invitation and visited the United Kingdom on several occasions. Today we present the discussion, The Three Categories of True Masters, between Supreme Master Chinghai and our association members, which took place in London, England on August the 27th, 1997.
Master, do the different masters actually work in conjunction with each other?
I think they do. Yeah. Why?
I'm just wondering in which way, because, you know, I'm drawn to so many different masters, and I'm just wondering which one is the right one, because I've been reading for so long, and so many masters do draw me. So how do I know which is the right one, or do I just continue looking all the time?
Oh,
you know?
Well, some people like shopping. Shopping for masters. Yeah.
So what are you saying? Because I'm a very disciplined person myself. Do I
You are not disciplined, or you are?
I'm very, very disciplined.
Very disciplined. Okay.
So,
huh?
So what would you say? Just go to one master and stick with that master, and then that's it?
No. You go to whoever you feel the most attracted, the most comfortable with. Okay? After all, you have to live with what you feel, you know?
Yes.
Yeah. It's just like marriage, you know? You have to feel comfortable with whoever you stay for a long time.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, different affinity, okay? Different affinity. And sometimes the seeker of the truth, they are so eager to know God that they get confused also. So maybe you can just take a time off from all the masters and meditate for a while by yourself and ask your own question. Which master would I really like to study with for a long time? Which one, who is the one I really feel that I'm most having the most affinity with? Huh? Okay?
So do you actually recommend meditation on your own without initiation from a master?
Oh, I thought you have already many masters. No. That's what I understood. Okay, no, I would not recommend.
Right,
yes. Because you might go into some very unfavorable state of consciousness, or even favorable, but you do not know how to handle. You see, because in daily life we only deal with material problems, yeah, which is easier to handle. And suppose you suddenly are exposed to some kind of higher level of energy, which sometimes can be very uncomfortable if we are not prepared, if we are not purified enough in spirit and body and mind. Then we will feel sometimes uncomfortable side effect. Yeah? It's just like you take medicine at random without doctor instruction, even though is a vitamin or good medicine, it could give you a very bad side effect. Okay, so you check out with all the list of master that you feel interested, yeah, and then you decide, or you ask God inside to guide you. It's good that we have many doctors, master to choose from. Which master have you been to, brother? Whom? Anyone I know of?
It's the master of Saint Met. You know Saint Met?
Yes.
But
No, there are several. At least 2.
2 within what? Saint Met?
Yeah. They are descendants. They are the successor of the master before. Their lineage go back to several hundred years ago.
Yes.
Yeah, they're very well established. I am new and young. They are more famous.
So are you the same? Is it the same path?
Well, it's for you to say, not for me.
Well, you are the master, aren't you?
Do I look like one? Well, thank you for trusting me so much. According to the result of our fellow practitioners, I am so-called a master of some kind. It's okay. I'm okay. But you have to judge for yourself. You see, you have to feel inside. Because normally, like the Bible says, by your fruit, you will be known. Yeah? The people know the master through the disciples. So it's up to you to shop around and check their disciples and then know which master that is most comfortable, most competent for you. Okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Can I ask you, there was something that I was considering, because I work and have my own business in very, how do I put it, high technology, etc., etc.
Yes.
And I've noticed from one of the things that struck me from reading your books and your videos was the fact that you always reinforce that the person should find the master within, and that they needn't shy away from pursuing their career in the world and manifesting their career and living their life.
Find a master, but then continue with the world, right?
Yes.
Oh, yes, that's true.
And this interests me because I'm trying to pursue my path within my business as well as within my spirit, if you see. Could you illuminate on that at all? Is there any more guidance that you might be able to give me?
It's clear. Or you want to be a monk, rather? Go to the Himalaya alone?
Sometimes it seems very attractive, I must admit.
We can do all of this. You don't have to. We don't have to choose one way or another. For example, you can be as successful as you want in the world. You should. Okay, since we are here, we play the game. And we play to the best of our ability. But sometimes playing game too long is tiring. And then you can go for retreat for a while, you know. Go Himalaya or go to join our retreat here or join some other retreat somewhere else to refresh your spirit and recharge your energy. So we can do everything we want, not just one thing, you see. But some people like to make it simple. They choose one way of life, like renounce the world and go into the Himalaya or go into Tibetan region, whatever, and then dedicate their whole life to know God. Yeah. For those people, they are also successful. It depends on your karma and your affinity. Before we descend into this world, we have chosen a path to walk. So there is no path better than the other path. I would like to tell you that. See? So maybe you are destined to be a successful business boss, okay? So you continue that. But we should not be extreme in any way, you see? I just emphasize the middle way for everyone. Yeah, we can do this and that and other, make our life more colorful, interesting. Yeah?
One of the things that has provided the real challenge for me was that somewhere along my path in my life, like this woman in a way, who was speaking earlier, over here in the front, I decided that I would try to accept the challenge to make my business into a spirit manifestation of the spirit. And it's very, very challenging. I find it very difficult sometimes. And sometimes I really do feel like going to the Himalayas and getting far away from it. But I think that, to go back to what I said earlier, your message to get in contact with the Master, both externally and internally as well, to give you guidance, is what I feel is important to help me to make this manifestation guided in the right way, and also for my own spirit, so that I can find my own peace, my own time as well.
Yes, yes. The outside master is just to guide you to meet your own master, which is yourself. Yeah, just to show you the way. And driving, you must drive yourself. But sometimes you find that the outside master, also the inner master, and that's interesting. Yeah. And sometimes you find that the outside master is only an outside master. It cannot be the inside master. And sometimes you find that the inside master you met has not manifested outside. You see? So there were three categories of the master. One is just the outside master, teaching you theory, yeah, and any kind of doctrine, religious doctrine. That's also very good for you. And another one is the past master or even present master, but inside. Inside means in the higher level of consciousness. He or she does not manifest in a physical level. So you cannot see he or she in this world. But only when you meditate inside, you communicate in the inner level. Am I making myself clear? Yeah, that's the number second. One is outside, completely alone, outside. And another one is inside, like, for example, Jesus, Buddha. When you meditate, sometime in deep meditation, you contact with these past or even present master, but inside level only. You cannot meet them on the street or anywhere else in this world. You understand? That's the inner master. And another kind of master is that he or she can also guide you in the inner level of consciousness, higher level, but you can also meet he or she in this world. Touch, shake hand, talk, brother, etc. So these are three kinds of master. And if we find a master that can lead us inside and outside, then that is more difficult than to find the other two. To find the first one is easier. To find the second one is more difficult because we have to raise our level of consciousness into a higher level in order to meet that inner master. And to find the third one is more difficult than the most. So I don't know which one you want to find. The shopper. Okay, you got it? Yeah. And most of the time, the outer master guides you to meet the inner master. Yeah. And if he or she is the outer and inner master as well, that means that person has already became very enlightened and have access to all levels of the inside, apart from the outside also. See, that's rare. That's rare. These masters are rare. These are only like Jesus, Buddha. These are the real. Yeah? Okay. Yes.
To follow what my friend was saying over there, therefore, if you get in touch with the inner master enough, a master teaches you how to get in touch, then following that, when you're distant or away from the master, the physical master as well, you could find yourself in the company of other people from other masters and would still be part of the same brotherhood, really, because they're all following their inner teacher. Is that true?
Yes, it depends. See, it depends on what teacher you have found. Suppose you found only the physical master, the one that can only teach you from outside in this physical world, and he has no access to the inner level yet, because he himself has not reached there. Then, of course, you can go any other master and be in any company, because you need it. And suppose you find only the inner master, like suppose you meditate and you find Jesus talking to you inside, and supposed to be, it's not an illusion, supposed to be real Jesus, okay? The Spirit talk to you. And then you can only find contact with him when you deep in samadhi, in your spiritual awareness, okay? And then, of course, you have to go around and meet some other people and meditate with them. Huh? But if suppose you have already found a master who is a manifestation of on the physical level, as well as the master from an inner level of consciousness, then you don't worry where the master is, because that master will be omnipresent. Once you make contact with that master, she or he look after you all the time, no matter where you are. Even if you go to inner level, outer level, you go to hell, you go to heaven, you will not be alone, because the master is omnipresent. The master is not only the physical body, but also the inner master of spirit. Okay? Then you do not need to mix with any other master or teacher. You can. Of course you can. You will not lose the contact with the master once it's made. That kind of inner and outer master in one. But you do not need. Okay? That's all. Right? Over there, please.
Sir?
Hi.
My question is, a lot of people misunderstand what the master does and the master's actions. Like, for instance, that they see the master getting angry or something like that, or scolding people. I just would like you to elaborate on that.
Oh. Well, every master is different, But the people who practice spiritually, if they're higher level, or if they really seek the truth, they are aware of this. They know. There's no need to explain, really. And if the people who do not understand, also no need to explain, because they don't understand. Okay? One who understands don't need, who don't understand, then also don't need. There's so many examples throughout history about how the master react. There's Milarepa, Tilopa, Mapa, And there are all kind of pa. Even your papa scold you sometimes. So what's the point of elaborating and executing the master? But I can only tell you that the master is not anything like personality. See? The master, if it's a real master, he is the instrument of God. Yeah? And he works according to God's will. And he works according to people's demand. Because people are God inside, see? So sometimes the master has to scold somebody because that person really required, either by his own bad karma to cleanse it, or by the request of that disciple. Because if we are a true practitioner, we will try to eliminate our pride and ego. So whether the master is wrong or right, we should not care. We should practice until we do not care if the whole world scold us or look down upon us. Because we should know what we are and we know our true value. And so at that time, we are not affected by anybody who scold us or get angry at us, not to talk about a master, okay? But if they haven't reached that level, then they have to go slowly. Doesn't matter how much I explain, they still don't understand. So everyone has to learn by their time, with their time, okay?
Okay. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for coming.
Besides meditation, would you say that it's unnecessary to pray because God knows us? God knows what he wants us to do and how long it should take to do it. Besides meditation, praying our prayers, would you say that it's unnecessary or even somehow foolish because God knows exactly what he wants us to do and for how long it should take for something to do?
So what's your question? Is that right or wrong?
Is that right? Or
No, it's not wrong to pray. I just say things different to different people at different level. If it doesn't apply to you, you don't use it. If you still want to pray, by all means, do pray.
But is praying a form of reassurance, would you say? Or
No, it works. Prayers always work. If the praying person very sincere, it works. That's how all the miracles come about, okay? But for the higher level of the practitioners, he knows differently. He doesn't need to pray anymore. Things just happen according to God's will. Then his will and God's will is one. And he let God run the universe. That's a different level. But as long as we still need to pray, we must pray, because we need it. It doesn't matter how much I tell the kid, you don't need the teddy bear. He still needs it. Then why I take it away from him? But I tell you don't need the teddy bear. That has nothing to do with the kid. See what I mean? Yeah, everyone must find their own time and own way to know God and to go near to God. Prayer is very, very useful, very comfortable for a lot of people, even a practitioner. But according to my opinion, God knows what to do. So I just tell you. But I do not tell people not to pray, okay? I do say that to some certain people in some certain circumstances, yeah? But it's not a general rule for everybody.
It was a pleasure to have you with us today on Between Master and Disciples. Tune in tomorrow for part 2 of Supreme Master Chinghai's lecture entitled The 3 Categories of True Masters. Now stay tuned for Animal World, our co-inhabitants, right after noteworthy news here on Supreme Master Television.